Hello, welcome to Dundrol's podcast. I'm your host Justin. I love it when my my audio recorder just freezes or slow when it's loading up. So like the first couple seconds, it records and I'm not I can't tell if it's recording. So I love that when that happens. So, another late night movie review. That's three late night movie reviews in a row. Not 3 nights in a row, but you know what I mean. So I watched the Taiwan horror film Incantation, which came out this year. It's an hour and 51 minutes. Came out in March in Taiwan. It's on Netflix. It's directed by Kevin Ko, starring Hsua-Yen Tsai as Lee Ronan, Kao Ying Hsuan as Hsue Ming. You got Sean Lin as Dom, Queenie as Chan, Cheng Yu Wen as Yuan, and Hyung His Tang. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not, good at pronouncing foreign names. Which people mess up my name all the time, in real life. So it's like we mess up each other's names. It's okay. So yeah, this movie is a found footage movie. It's like documentary style. It's about this woman, which the movie does the thing where it flashes forward to like the before the climax of the film, and then like replays the events, right? So the movie's not in chronological order. So like the movie starts off with this lady filming herself talking about this curse that killed her parents, killed like her loved ones, and now is affecting her and is making her daughter sick. So it starts off the film's after that. It's before all the bad things happened. You know, yeah. There's like two timelines in the movie, or two or three, where like okay, it's like 6 years after this bad thing happened. She goes to adopt her daughter that was staying at this foster home, and she bought cameras. She's recording everything. She goes to pick up the daughter, and so the daughter can live with her again, right? And it's pretty sweet seeing this mother get reunited with her daughter, right? Which the we were told in the beginning of the film that she was mentally ill and she couldn't take care of her daughter, right? So as things are escalating, weird things start to happen at the house. There's like paranormal activity bullshit going on. There's ghosts and whatnot. Doors getting slammed. Bugs showing up. People bite marks on the skin. Right. So the daughter starts to get sick, and throughout the movie we get told we get snippets of what happened 6 years ago, right? Apparently, Lee Ronan was part of this ghost hunting. It was like myth. It was called Ghostbusters, but its thing was like these three people were like YouTubers, which it was these two brothers and her. She was dating one of them named Dom. Go around busting ghosts and shit, like kind of like what Scooby Doo and the gang did, where they would investigate like haunted houses and prove it. Oh yeah, it was there's no ghosts, right? So they go to there's this tunnel, haunted tunnel, right, in this village, right, where there's no cell phone service, and you're not supposed to go in there, right? And it turns out the tunnel is being guarded by the two brothers' family called the Chen clan, right? Chan clan, which they're super religious, and turns out they're like they're part of this kind of weird cult, right? Where they have this evil god that they keep that they protect the world from, right? So it turns out the stupid ghost agnostic Ghostbusters screw things up and release a curse, right, which kills like a lot of people, right, and the only survivor of the Ghostbusters group is obviously Lee Ronan, right, and she was pregnant with Dom's baby at the time, right? That's not really a spoiler. Like, you can figure it out. So what happens after that is like so the kid gets sick. Ming thinks she's Ming, who was in charge of the foster home, who sees what was the kid's name again? I forgot the kid's name. But yeah, he sees the little girl as his daughter, right? Because he raised her at the foster home. So he thinks that Lee Ronan's crazy, but after getting involved and seeing the cursed videotape, right? The cursed videotape, he starts to investigate things, and then investigate things while this is going on. Lee Ronan is trying to figure out how to cure her daughter of the curse, right? And there's this thing where it's not revealed until the last act of the movie. Okay, what actually happened at the tunnel, and how did Dom and the other guy die, right? Which it's actually revealed at the end, right? Yeah. So what did I think about this film? It's the thing where the movie, to me, you can't have the movie is like a horror thriller, right? You can't have a movie that's a horror thriller that's 2 hours long and not have action beats, which this movie does not have action beats. It has horror beats, but not. They're not the movie. I don't know. I didn't really think it was scary, but I didn't think it was scary because because a lot of the times, okay, it doesn't make sense because with the found footage gimmick, okay, why are you filming everything? It does not make sense, especially here. Why you would film everything? I like the subplot with the Ghostbusters where they're there and they're at this creepy village, and it was something from Fatal Frame or something. Some the Japanese horror games. I wonder if the creators ever played the Fatal Frame games, because I got that feel from here, even though I never played Fatal Frame. Actually, I played the one on the 3DS, which was a spin-off. Sorry, which was called Cursed Camera. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, the movie is too long. It's the thing where there's a lot of cool scenes in the movie, and they did a lot of stuff practical with the scares, but there are CG here and there. The movie reminded me a lot of Noroi the Curse, if you've ever seen that Japanese found footage movie, which I would say it's the thing where I think Noroi was a better movie, but this was the cinematography wise, it was probably better, right? And this movie's more emotional driven because you're invested in this mother trying to save her daughter, right? And the monk chanting that goes on throughout the film is pretty creepy and cool. And yeah, also but the movie also You could tell like all the movie was going for like a kind of like mix between like like Paranormal Activity, maybe the Noroi, which is a pretty famous like Asian found footage movie, and The Ring, because because of the curse video kind of thing that's going on. Like before I watched this movie, I got a warning. Hey, this video's cursed, and I'm like, fuck you. Like, cause I started watching this film yesterday. I watched like the first like 5 minutes. And I'm like, well, I'll wait. I'll go to bed and see if I wake up the next day. And I woke up the next day. Yeah, so it's hard to rate this movie because I think the movie is good. It's just too long. Would have been best if it was kept to like an hour and a half at least. But like, yeah, this movie is like almost 2 hours long, man. Yeah, it was pretty rough to watch. Not rough to watch, but like rough to sit down and watch in one setting, right? And yeah, but it does. You got to give the movie credit where um, it's not like a lot of like this movie like has enough competent things in it where I think it deserves at least a 7 out of 10, especially since there's like a lot of cheap crappy found footage movies where nothing happens until like the last 20 minutes of the film, right? Where here, film like cool shit cool shit does happen throughout the movie, especially like like you had like a mini climax at like the halfway point, and then one at the like third, and then like the beginning of the final like stretch of the film, and then you had the final thing at the end, which was pretty cool. Where like the main character returns to the tunnel to confront the evil the deity, right? So yeah, I would say if you're a fan of the Noroi, the Curse, check this movie out. Yeah. So yeah, I would give it. I think it's a solid 7 out of 10, and it's worth watching. And if you were to watch this movie with a girl, you would probably get laid because the girls would probably lose their shit watching this. All right, guys, peace.